505. Bye-bye. 505. Bye-bye. 505. Bye-bye. Anjiwa Sanji. Bye-bye. Anjiwa Sanji.
Mr. Charles Santiago, how has it been so far?
Well, the campaign has been great so far. We have got very enthusiastic support among all races. We've got support from the Chinese community, the Indian community, and also from the Malay community. And the support from the Indian community and the Malay community is very encouraging, though, very encouraging. So I think we should have no problems winning Selangor and really striking very hard at Putrajaya. But my biggest concern now is fraud and the use of Undi.info. And that is because we are getting lots of reports now of people who have not been registered, who did not register themselves or not give consent, are now seeing themselves registered voters right now. That's number one. And number two, a lot of people in Klang, their voter registration has been moved from Klang to as far as Sigamat. So there are at least about 20 cases that we saw only yesterday alone. Where 20 people have come to us and said the voting place has been transferred from Klang to outside and as far as Sigamat, which I think something is really wrong.
Well, we were a bit concerned about the Indian votes because of the confusion with Hindraf. How has that been?
No, I think there was a concern early on that Hindraf will cause a major dent to the support of Indians to Pakatan Rakyat. But after having seen the crowd and having seen the statements in the papers and having talked to various community leaders and so on, I think their role in influencing the Indian community is negligible. But I also think that this is a masterstroke on the part of Najib in order to further divide the community. But this time it will definitely backfire.
Okay. How has this 2013 election been as compared to 2008?
Well, 2008, the call was to vote against Barisan Nasional, but this time the call is now to maintain the Selangor government with Pakatan Rakyat, but struck very hard to get Putrajaya, the government in Putrajaya. And I think we are quite close. In fact, I think according to our own little studies, it shows that we have crossed the threshold point. And now we are really looking forward to taking over Putrajaya on Monday. But as I said earlier, our biggest concern is the use of fraud and the use of foreign workers to steal the elections. That is the biggest worry right now.
So you've done your calculations on how many votes you're going to get for Putrajaya?
The calculation, yes, and I think we just wait on Sunday to see the details. But it's very favorable to us, very favorable to us.
Yeah, so we compared to 2008, we don't get that feeling of excitement and emotion this time round. Is that going to affect the performance of Pakatan?
No, I don't. I think this elections has been going on for the last 2 years. I think people are quite tired because every day you can see in the newspapers, on Facebook, on the blogs, on YouTube, and so on and so forth. So people are really tired. But as we go towards the very end of the elections, we can see the excitement coming out again, though, and people really want change. Compared to 2008, where it was a short election period, and people just woke up and said, yes, we want to change, though. But this change that we're looking forward now has been on the cards, and people have been working towards it for the last almost a year and a half to 2 years. So it's a bit difficult to keep an excitement for as long as 2 years, though. So I think that is the problem that we have. Otherwise, I think the support that we have is quite enthusiastic, I must say.
The crowd for tonight seems to be quite good. Is this quite similar to other Indian areas that you've been going to?
Well, I can certainly say for Klang and also places nearby Klang, where the support for the support from the Indian community to the Selangor Pakatan Rakyat parties is very, very good, I must say, though. So therefore, I think it is the government, is the Barisan Nasional's propaganda that was used to give the impression that the Indians are not with Pakatan Rakyat and they're moving towards Barisan. But as you saw today, and if you've seen yesterday, and I'm going for another ceramah in a short while, you will see these are not our typical supporters, though. These are not typical supporters. These people here are not our typical supporters, but they are here to tell us that we are behind Pakatan Rakyat in Klang as well as in Selangor, and to maintain Selangor and take over Putrajaya.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Charles
Thank you,
Santiago.
thank you.
Thank you.